Hey, I'm Jason, and look what I have here. You see this jar of honey, right? Do you know about the infamous honey trick? The trick with honey that will get you just about any hot chick you meet from the bar to the bed within minutes? This is a trick that has been used by guys in the know for years to attract and sleep with the hottest women in the room. Now, I'm not talking about just getting some chick's phone number or making out with her. This trick is only for guys who want to have sex with the hottest women of their choice. Okay. If you don't know the honey trick, you're in for a surprise. Just watch the short presentation until the end and I'll reveal it to you, along with dozens of other tips that you can apply tonight to attract at least 3 drop-dead gorgeous women to you involuntarily. That's right. These tips make attraction to any guy who knows these secrets something women cannot control. Sound good? In the next few minutes, everything you've learned about dating, attracting, and vetting hot, beautiful women will be turned upside down. But first, a warning. I've taught the system to well over 50,000 guys just like you from every part of the English-speaking world. And I guarantee one thing. Follow my directions, my simple instructions, and beautiful, sexy, hot women will want you. They'll have no choice. It doesn't matter how good looking you are, how much money you have, what kind of car you drive. None of that BS. The hottest women, even perfect 10s, will not be able to resist you. Now, to be fair to the other 50,000 plus guys who are already using what I taught them to attract some of the sexiest women on the planet, I'm keeping this video exclusive for a very small number of viewers. You probably stumbled onto this video through one of my friends or partners. However you found it, I can't guarantee it's going to be up for long. See, this is the only opportunity that you have to see this video all the way through and learn how to create irresistible sexual attraction in women. Now, it doesn't matter if you're Mark Zuckerberg rich or broke as a homeless person, whether you're an old, bald fart, whether you're fat, whether you're a geek, nerd, or card-carrying member of Mensa. In fact, if that's the case, it works even better. Why? Because women won't see you coming. They won't even know what hit them. I'm telling you, this is stealth. So if you're ready to take control of your life and start meeting, flirting, dating, seducing, and sleeping with crazy hot women, fast and easy, this is going to be the most important webinar that you're ever going to see. And watch right till the end, and I'm going to give you immediate access to secret seduction methods so seductive, so irresistibly powerful and compelling, you'll be able to get into the mind, heart, and pants of any woman that you want. In fact, if you follow my step-by-step method to the letter, women quickly become addicted to you. She'll barely be able to control her unexpected new feelings of lust and desire. Plus, her dripping wet panties will prove every word that I say is true. Now, this works regardless of how much money is in your bank account, whether you're physically unattractive or lack any social skills whatsoever. And here's the weird part. Use my system and you'll never be rejected again. That's a promise. So if you're tired of being ignored, humiliated, overlooked, and shut down, if you're sick of sexy, hot women passing by right in front of you while you sit there paralyzed, not knowing what to do or say next, if you've had it with standing there frozen and speechless, if you're wasting your money buying drinks at bars or clubs hoping to get women to talk to you or blowing major money on dinner dates hoping that they're going to sleep with you, if you're fed up having to go slumming for 3s or 4s or 5s, you owe it to yourself to watch this video to the very end. But before I share my secrets with you, I want to tell you my story. I want to make sure you understand that before I discovered the stealth attraction system, I was no different than you. In fact, I was probably worse. A total loser with women. But today, well, let's just say bragging is something that I leave to posers. My media appearances alone would make those so-called seduction gurus salivate. Heck, these days I even teach Hollywood actors how to get laid. No joke. But that stuff doesn't really matter anyway. All that really matters is that you learn how to turn her on and get her into bed, and ultimately how to make her fall in love with you if you wish. And that's no matter what your age, your IQ, your bank account, or what even your car looks like. And sit tight, because right after my little story, I'm going to get to the real good stuff. So how did I go from chick repeller to chick magnet? Did I land a hot job? Nope. Actually, at the time, I didn't even have a job. You see, I was an athlete in college. I was one of the star players in the basketball team, right? And I know what you're thinking. I was fit. I was on the team. Girls must have been lining up to jump into bed with me. Not so fast, big guy. Confession time. I was a virgin until I was 20 years old. Basketball, well, that was my life, and I was totally focused on just shooting hoops alone. But that dedication, it meant my social life was a barren wasteland. I mean, I was around hot girls all the time, but I didn't know how to act and what to say. This idea that athletes have chicks just queuing up, well, it's not true. And it also proves that what you look like or what you do has zero effect on how much hot ass is going to end up in your bedroom. Now, let me tell you how I know this for certain. When I was 20 years old, I transferred to a new college in Michigan, and I figured this is going to be my big chance. I'm new on campus, basketball star. There's got to be dozens of sexy women just licking their lips waiting for me to appear. Legions of lustful, hot young things would stampede right towards me, right? Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. And when I did get the rare chance to sow my seed, I would blow it. Can you say self-sabotage? At a tailgate party, this one brunette chick was staring at me. She's hanging out, talking to friends, but she wouldn't take her eyes off of me. Now, I was 20 years old, and this was the first time that this had ever happened to me. Seriously. Now, I gotta be honest, it was a little intimidating. So she walks on over and she starts making small talk with this cute little temptress smile on her face, and I knew it instantly. I was in. You know when you feel your heart beat a little faster at the sight of a beautiful girl? Well, mine was pounding like a hammer in my chest. She got closer and closer as we talked, and fortunately for me, she actually took the lead. We ended up back at her apartment after the party. I mean, I couldn't believe my luck. But I also can't really believe what happened next. I walk into her front room. She takes off her jacket. She sits down on the couch, and she gives me that look. You know, the one that says, I want you right here, right now. So what do? Do I dive in? Do I grab this golden opportunity to finally wet my whistle and experience that relief of getting the first time over with? Nope. Instead, I start talking about basketball. At one point, I even asked her if she could check something on NBA.com for me. I could see her face getting all confused, like, what the hell is going on here? But I could not stop myself. I just kept talking and talking and talking. I don't know whether I was nervous or I was anxious or I was just frozen with this belief that this was my big chance. But I blew it. You want to know the worst part? I went back to my apartment that same night. It was a pad, shared with my buddies, and they were all up, still playing video games and drinking and chilling. Hey man, how did it go? They said. Did you dip your bread, buddy? You beast with the two backs? Did she give you good head? The interrogation, it went on, and they wouldn't stop. So what did I do? Well, what any guy in my position would have done. I lied. I told them we were going hard at it for so long we were both sore. Guys, of course, lapped it up. We had a ball thinking about my imaginary night of passion, but I just couldn't live with myself. And so a couple weeks later, I fessed up, told them I lied. And as it turns out, sometimes honesty, well, it's not the best policy. These were some of my best friends, and they just flat out gave me the cold shoulder for months. I'd hit a new low. It was time to go back to concentrating on my basketball. A few weeks later, I'm sitting in a student bar, downing a few beers and feeling pretty sorry for myself. I recognized a guy at the other end of the bar from my class. He's a scrawny, skinny-looking Asian dude named Alex. He's wearing these worn, baggy clothes, and to be totally honest, he's not what you would call a good-looking guy. But what happened next made me spew out Budweiser through my nose. This hot blonde chick in a tight dress walks over to him, and she pulls up a seat. I figure it's his sister or something. But then they immediately start making out. I mean, she was all over him. I thought she was literally going to eat his face. And then another girl, this time a brunette with silver stilettos. She sits the other side with her arm around him. Next thing you know, he's got 4 women all laughing at his jokes and gazing at him with puppy dog eyes. I was floored. This disobeyed every rule of attraction and seduction that I knew. I thought you needed to be great looking. I thought you had to have the stud charisma of Brad Pitt to get this kind of action. But no, here he was with gorgeous women hanging on his every word. And I'll be damned if I wasn't going to find out his secret. So I grabbed Alex after a lecture one day. Dude, I couldn't help but notice what happened in the bar the other night. What the hell is your secret? Well, what he said, it changed everything for me. Maybe he felt sorry for me. Maybe he was just massaging his ego by acting like some kind of sex Yoda. Either way, I am grateful he took pity on me. He explained in graphic detail exactly what I needed to do to get 8s, 9s, and 10s lusting after me. He taught me a stealth system to sneak under a woman's radar and project lustful thoughts about me into her mind. And the results of his unconventional mentoring, well, they speak for themselves. These days, attracting, seducing, and bedding down the hottest, most perfectly formed women comes naturally to me. I barely have to put in any effort. Seriously, this shit just kind of happens. And now, I'm going to show you how to make it happen for you too. But before you think that this just works for young guys with access to easy college women, think again. These strategies are universal. They work no matter your age. And as you'll see in a second, they're based on timeless scientific principles. All you got to do is just activate them. Alex told me, as long as you obeyed certain criteria, you can get any woman you wanted at any time, no matter your looks, age, experience, or personality. And I not only turned around my pathetic excuse for a sex life, I absolutely crushed it when it came to approaching, hooking up, and seducing hot young women. And I'd like to teach that to you now, if that's cool with you. You might want to get a pen and paper ready for this part, especially because this video could disappear at any moment. Remember, these techniques will get you results instantly. Now, the first thing that you need to know is women want men to approach them and talk to them. Listen, take this as a hint. The hotter a woman looks, the more makeup she's plastered onto her face, the more she wants to impress, the more she wants to be noticed and approached. You see, almost everything a woman does is core motivated by the desire to meet the man of her dreams at the store, in the club, or at the bar. She's hoping, whether she consciously realizes it or not, that a guy is just going to appear out of nowhere to rock her world. Think about it. Why did she check her makeup before running to the store for paper towels? Because she never knows when she's going to meet the one, the guy, to sweep her off her feet, or better still, the guy who knows these secrets. Remember, this is straight from the ultimate under-the-radar seducer himself, and I and thousands of other guys have proved his findings to be 100% true. I swear, before Alex, I never thought about it like that. I always thought of women as like this kind of challenge, a test, a prize we had to win. Don't ever be intimidated like I was just because a girl is hot. In fact, the myth that the hottest women are the hardest to get, total BS. Truth is, they're much easier to land than 6s or 7s. So when you see a gorgeous, sexy woman dressed to the nines and made up like she's on the prowl, it's an indicator to approach. It's a green light. You get it? You see a woman like that and it's game on. Now that leads me to the second thing that Alex taught me. You think women are attracted to confident men? Think again. No doubt you've already heard that confidence is a big attractor factor, but it goes way deeper than that. Women notice confident men, sure, but what they're really attracted to, what gets their heart racing, their blood pumping, and their panties moist is non-neediness. You got to project this air of, hey, I don't need you. I could take it or leave it. You give off that vibe, and it's like honey to a bee. Now, always bear in mind that women are repelled by neediness. I've seen guys collapse 2 strong-year relationships with just one weak-willed show of pathetic neediness. Now, let me ask you a question. Has a woman ever busted your balls on something? Now, odds are that they weren't mad or demanding or being even sarcastic or insulting. They were testing you on your neediness. If you're needy deep down, you'll compromise on your beliefs and your values, and you'll do it in the form of a reaction, and she's going to pick up on that right away.